to do this? Yeah? All right. So, first up is going to be Aaron. Many of you know Aaron, I'm sure. Woo. Oh, also, hashtags. If you're tweeting tonight, and I hope you are, New Tech Tour is a hashtag, or SFNT, that's kind of following us around. In addition, we are streaming this event live over the internet tonight, so if you are tweeting, please invite people in the room with us to see what's going on, so more eyeballs are watching what you guys are doing. It's a good thing. Okay, Aaron, I'm going to reset the clock. You have your microphone, you ready to go? Let's just switch this over. And let me forewarn everybody that the Achilles heel of this entire event is the projector, so it works half the time.
Great.
Right?
Great. I'll just mine the other half.
That's right.
Nowhere.
Okay, so I'm going to go over there. Ooh, let's see if I've got a remote control. I don't think it's going to work from this far, though. Okay, let's do it this way. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. No. What about now? Whoa. Okay, that worked. Let me move it. I talk loud. You might not even need it. Okay, now? All right. Okay, hi. Ready? Okay. All right, I'm Erin, and I'm the founder of Skycrane. I want to start with one premise. Work sucks. Our mission is to totally change the way we work by disrupting the outsourcing industry and the automation industry. So the idea for Skycrane really came from my old job. I used to work as a venture capital investor in Palo Alto, and I had a bunch of different responsibilities. And a lot of those tasks, unfortunately, were super annoying, repetitive, and mundane. I used to lose hours every week doing really boring stuff like scraping a website looking for sales leads or entering expenses into a travel expense system. And ultimately, all these tasks added up to a massive amount of my wasted time. But on an individual level, there really wasn't much that I could do about it. There wasn't really a better solution than me doing it myself. What am I going to do? Outsource 1 hour of receipts to India? Or buy an OCR scanner and try to set that baby up in my cubicle? It's just totally impractical. So I thought to myself, what if we changed the way we thought about work? What if we could take our jobs, break them down into smaller tasks, and then turn those tasks into off-the-shelf products that you could buy online? And that's what Skycrane really is. We're an online marketplace for business tasks. We take any business task that can be standardized and fulfilled online, and we turn it into a product that you can buy. Think about it. Me entering expenses into QuickBooks is really no different than you entering expenses into QuickBooks. That should be able to be a product, and that's what we've done. So from the customer perspective, the user experience is a lot like an app store. Why won't it go down? Okay. So just like any store, you can filter by different categories. Some of the tasks are free, some of them are paid. You can drill down and learn a lot more about the task before you buy by watching our videos, looking at screenshots, figuring out what it does. If you want to buy a task, you just click buy, and then the purchase process is really similar to that of an app store as well. You just log in, head to our store, find the task you want, buy it, and two things will happen. It'll install onto your dashboard just like an app would install onto your phone. And then all the costs associated with that app will be added automatically to your monthly bill. Getting rid of an app is just as easy. You can delete it, and it'll come right off your bill. When you want to go use an app, the process is also pretty simple. You just click Go to Task. Click Go to Task, and you'll be brought to the Task UI. So in this part of the app, you're able to set up a task, manage it, and get your reporting on how the process is running. Really, what this is supposed to be is just like a digital project manager that takes the customer kind of step by step through setting up a task. What it provides is a best practice for whatever process you're trying to automate. It makes it really fast to set up tasks, And from the user's perspective, it's all interacted online, so it's not really clear whether or not it's being automated by technology, if maybe there's some human intelligence going on behind the scenes to help get the task done. So all of these tasks are designed to be integrated with the platform, or at least look that way. But architecturally, each one of these tasks is a completely separate piece of software. It can be written in any web development language, hosted on any server, and it's connected to our platform through an API. Now, obviously, that makes it really easy for us to create a marketplace and try and encourage other developers to make tasks for our platform. There's also two other things going on. First of all, most processes can be automated by reusing the same kind of functionality over and over and over again. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel on that. So the email scheduling app can become an appointment reminder app, an invoice collection app, or a event reminder app with very little additional work. And then the last part of it is that we wanted all the tasks to be able to share information and to be able to interact seamlessly. So a user can come to our My Data tab and add files and different images or documents or spreadsheets that they want to use in their processes right here. Or they can add them from the tasks, and then those files are then accessible by all other tasks. And if some task creates a data output, that output can then become an input into another task. So you can create really complicated and sophisticated workflows. So I ended early. That never happens to me. So maybe I should say we're looking for developers, and we're also looking for funding. So if you're interested in either of those, come to me afterward, and I'd love to talk to you about it. So thanks.
Okay, so we're resetting the clock. And now this microphone belongs to you. Raise your hand high if you have any questions.
Okay, that's better.
So are you targeting?
We think our early adopters will be people that are responsible for multiple functional areas, like sales and marketing, IT services, and we think those people tend to be lean startup entrepreneurs, small, medium-sized businesses, self-employed people, or division heads. Actually, this is an interesting fact I learned through this process, but more than 97% of all businesses in the U.S. actually have less than 20 employees, so the market's almost 22 million people, or 22 million targets.
Hands up high, guys. Yes.
What do you plan for price points on tasks?
I think that they can range from free for some of our kind of adoption driving apps up to as much as maybe $100, depending on how much processing we're really doing. Some apps are also free, but they have a usage charge, so we might send out some text messages, and those would just have a kind of per text price associated with them.
If you're doing receipts as an example, so you would scan the receipts and put those in a file, I assume?
So most people will get a lot of receipts in their email, and they could just forward it right to a dedicated Skycrane email address. And then you could scan it, or you could take a picture of it and email it to that dedicated address. And then it shows up in a queue, which someone would go through, kind of physically enter, or we would use software to help automate the entering process. And it actually also would work as a storage process for those receipts, so you could have all of your receipts kind of stored online forever, for as long as you pay us.
Can you speak to your marketing strategy? How do you get the word out about something like this?
Yeah, that's a really, really good question. I think it kind of happens in 2 or 3 phases. Initially, we have to do a lot of kind of guerrilla marketing, look to seed some of the help forums that are out there for some of our initial tasks, try to get some PR. I have a background in direct B2B sales, so I'll probably do a lot of that work initially as well. But a lot of our strategy is to actually encourage users to get users. Some of our tasks are collaborative, so you can share it with other colleagues and they'll become users through that action. Some of our tasks are communication-based, so like SurveyMonkey or MailChimp, we can brand them, and then our brand will get out there just by people sending communication. And then ultimately, at some point, we'd like to let people be able to suggest tasks to us, and then we can crowdsource and kind of try and crowdfund some of those task development actions.
So how do you incentivize developers to use your API? Do you have like a rev share model or something like that?
Yeah, it would definitely be a rev share model. I think kind of the value that we want to present to developers is sort of three things. One, all you have to really build to work on our platform is, the business logic. We handle the user management, the billing, security, the file storage. A lot of the tasks can be reused, so you can use our libraries. You should be able to get a task built much, much faster on our platform than anywhere else. The other part of it is that we provide a lot of the marketing for you, so we can go out and try and directly sell into our user base or into other channels. And then lastly, as we add more data sources to our system, your task can then access multiple data sources. So as we add tasks, your platform's reach should grow in terms of the platforms it can work on.
Are you using any kind of concierge services to deliver some of these right now, or are you doing this programmatically?
So concierge services like
So are you
with
doing,
a third party.
have you got people on the back end that are actually fulfilling these tasks right now, or do you see that as part of the marketplace?
It could be part of the marketplace. I think initially we have to seed a lot of the tasks ourselves. We have a team of a few specialists, which are really outsourced work that will review the processes initially. But we can also leverage partnerships with like Mechanical Turk and other crowdsourced labor forces to get us off the ground initially.
Are those outsourced folks here in Utah?
Some of them are.
Do you have any plans to deal with privacy, encryption, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a part of our product strategy. Right now, all the files are stored on our secure server, and in the future, all of the connections to our APIs are going to be encrypted. Right now, we haven't really had to think about it too much because we haven't dealt with third parties, but it's a big part of what we're worried about as we go forward.
All right, Aaron, time's up.
Cool.
Good job.
Thank you.
You guys should be proud. Nice work.